Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Chronicles, and we're talking about a dynamic duo today. Sort of. It will be the most dynamic duo in all of Star Trek. No, I'm going to the other extreme, Stuart. Here I am. I'm committed.
Better than us? I mean, I'm the Rok-Tahk, you're the Murf, I guess. There you go. Yeah, so we're talking about, we've done some character and videos about our first impressions from episode 1 of Prodigy on the main characters. Today we're kind of bundling Murf and Rok-Tahk together because they had the least amount of the episode. I mean, Rok-Tahk was in it quite a bit, but
Yeah, that's hard to argue, Stuart. That's a very fair.
well, it's hard to argue because Rok-Tahk was in it like more than some of the other ones.
Yeah,
So,
but
I
for
mean,
half of the episode, you couldn't understand them, which was the joke, which was good, which was effective, for sure.
Sure. But anyway, interesting characters. I love how once the Universal Translator comes on, you find out that Rok-Tahk is actually a little girl. And Murf, of course, is too intelligent for the Universal Translator to understand, apparently. Well, that's what's said anyway. So, yeah. Be interesting to see how these two work out. Just gotta say. I know you really like Murf.
Well, I mean, you only say that because I use it in every thumbnail. Because it's a visual. It's not really a character. It's a visual. You know, it's a thing for the children to like and buy a plushie of and buy a squidgy toy, and it's a marketing tool, which is fine. You know, lots of shows like to have the cute thing. You know how Ewoks sold billions of dollars worth of merchandise because they're cute for the kids at the time. So you know, hopefully there's some sort of something to do with that character, but arguably there could be literally nothing. It could just be a blob of joke, and that wouldn't be the end of the world.
Yeah. The blob did land on the console and activate the phasers, whether that was accidental or on purpose, because it looked like it was like doing something. So who knows?
Who is to say? Just odd you'd hire such a prolific voice actor to do you know, very, very odd choice. It could literally be anybody, but hey ho. So, I mean, yeah, fine, good design, was cute enough, nothing to say besides that, that's all it is. Surface level character at the moment. And the engineer character, yeah, was nice. Definitely really really embracing the she's a little girl-ness. That came across extremely strongly. I did find the instant. I know obviously so first half of the episode she was in mining with everyone else and obviously felt alone, hasn't been able to talk to anybody in years in theory, right? Fine. And the second half so kind of starting to communicate and be herself. But the first half, all the body language was of a big tyrant, you know, big tall monster. Second half it was all I'm a little girl. So that I thought was odd. There was zero hints of that in the first half. Nothing whatsoever. And so that I thought was a bit of a right turn of, well, now we're done with that. Let's just do the thing we really meant to do. So it didn't work quite as well for me. It was hard to hint that, but even like an 8-year-old girl, I don't know how they'd, you know, socialize to be a strong butch rock monster in front of other big strong monsters with a laser gun. You know, there's just a disconnect between the two sides, which
A little bit, yeah.
not the end of the world. It's a kids show, but a little bit of a disconnect.
I thought the same thing watching it, and I assumed. I mean, eventually they're going to have to probably use her size to be intimidating to somebody at some point, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. There is definitely a divide, but we don't know how long she was there. Nobody understood her, so maybe should not be afraid. She looked all tough because she knew she was bigger than everybody. I don't know. But then as soon as she heard her voice, she's like, "Oh, you know who? You can hear me now or understand me." It's like,
Yeah, it was two different characters, honestly, in terms of which it was really nice to have a bit of each in each. That said, obviously, this whole episode was about moving past the setup into the real story. So moving past that was the main objective, and so now you've got the real character. Yeah, pleasantly not likable. It's good that, you know, age does not define intelligence, obviously, although it does define experience. But obviously, each alien race has a different definition of how old is old. In Mandalorian, you know, the child is like 70 or something. So in that perspective, yeah. So this rock creature as a girl might be like 64 Earth years, but still in the young stage of life. So the experience may still be pretty big, but obviously if you're locked in this place, you don't learn. So she said, actually, I'm intelligent. There is some ability there, but they're not the engineer character. They're not, you know, I don't know what character role. I guess it's just the strong man, which is the joke. It's not a strong man. But I think that's really the vibe. Not much technically adding to the show, as in technical skill, but more personality, lovability, intimidation, I guess.
Yeah, I really had a sense going into it. This show, before we knew much about it, was that she was the engineer character. Turns out, not so much. Maybe we'll find out what kind of specialties she has. She has to have something.
Well, if she's ever been taught, maybe she was maybe even born there, and she's just been, lasering rock for a couple of years. I mean, she may have no skills apart from some natural inclination. That might be a fun thing. She just wants to learn now.
Yeah, I mean, so it'll be interesting how they grow. And these two are going to be a team. She's the one that brought Murf on board. Everybody else is like, you brought that thing? And, even earlier, Dal was like pointing at it going, ask that thing over there. It's got a big mouth, if that even is a mouth. There's kind of some discrimination going on against poor little Murf. But they're definitely going to be the big guy and the sidekick kind of vibe. So I think that's great. And it should be a fun dynamic. I think Murf's going to appeal to a lot of people and just be a fan favorite. So
I think we're going to be lucky here. When Star Wars Last Jedi was promoted, the Porgs could either have been an embarrassing mistake, like other Star Wars aliens have been occasionally, or it depends how they were used. And they were surprisingly well used. It was people actually liked them for what they were. They weren't just the gimmick, which was surprising. And so I think this could have been a gimmicky character, but actually the Murf character kind of raised above that a little bit. Restraint is a key with that sort of character. Restraint and comedic timing, because But last thing on the girl character, I think the voice actress did a good job as well, and that was I've said from the start this show's going to live or die by the characters because that's obviously who we're following. We're not going to have the most complicated stories for children, but we are going to have characters that we follow. And I thought she did a good job with the performance that was good, and all in lockdown, and you couldn't really tell, so I was quite pleased.
Well, yeah, that's all we have to say about these characters, I think, for now. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Let us know what you think about the characters down in the comment section below. And, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Why aren't you subscribed? We're going to be covering Prodigy every episode as we do. We break it down. We do the ships specifically. Ships and tech. We love that. So, anyway, if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel.
And if you want to support what we do, all the videos we do, all the content, all the free stuff, then please support us on Patreon or join the channel, which are both monthly ways. There's a button for that called join, or one-time donations either via Super Chats or PayPal, all make a big, big difference. Thank you in advance. If you can't do it right, just keep liking, subscribing, clicking, all that jazz. But if you can help, please do. It means a lot. So thanks in advance.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
I am Connor Holmes.
He's Murf. Come on, just admit it. He's the Murf to me.
Bye.
It's pretty good.